Hey everyone, welcome to Endless Legend. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So I started playing this game actually before Endless Legend 2 was announced, so that's something to look forward to. So I'm playing around with this for a while now. I'm playing as the Windwalkers, who are sort of a weird elf bunny type people. This isn't actually hair, that's like bunny ears. So interesting. It's been interesting so far, for sure. So let's take a look at my empire as it is. We're over 100 turns in at this point, and I would say one thing, this game is very slow. So this is my capital here. You can only have one city per region. And if we zoom out and kind of see the area as a whole, so my city's pretty spread out across this whole area. So this is even included in my city. We've got some special buildings here. So this is something related to winter effects. This one is a museum, so giving us some extra approval, money, research, all that kind of stuff. And then I've got a production tower over here. There's kind of an interesting fantasy and sci-fi mix in this game. My city here hasn't been built up that much, although I have expanded some districts out, and I'm working on more districts now to spread out. So as per usual, you have cities, build up your cities, you get resources, you can then build up armies, spreading around. Let's zoom out a bit here and take a look at the state of things. So, we started here in time, and this is where I have my capital. So what you can do as you expand out, you can either conquer local people, or you can do quests for them and get them to approve of you. And if you do that and then settle in that area, you get some extra population. And that is primarily what I have done. So I even have some territories that I have taken care of. Calming the population, and haven't actually settled yet because I just don't have the settlers. I just recently settled down here into Laris and found out that we actually have a coast down here, and doing some exploring up here recently, I saw that we've got coast here, and just finally first spotted my first other empire. I don't know who it is over here. So we've expanded a bit. Initially here we started, I then expanded out into Grodel, and we have a city here primarily built on this really cool golden tree. So it gives me a lot of gold production here. So that's kind of cool. There's a lot of interesting little unique things like that across the map, not just resources, but also the interesting little weird stuff. So then we built Arnak over here on the coast, and we've got this spread out. As you can kind of see, spreading slowly, and then I just recently settled a city down here. I settled in kind of a weird spot because I like the idea of the multi-tiered, but also there's a lot of production here, and I think we could just expand out and then get over to the chromatic land by just building districts that way, and also getting out to the coast would be kind of nice. I don't have any navy at all, we just have a couple armies. We'll take a look at them shortly. So, yes, we have a lot of different production going on. I'm just starting to build up some trade routes, so we now have some roads here, so you don't start with these. So we have roads, and I think only between these two cities now we actually have some trade back and forth. So it's giving me just some extra resources. So we have some special resources up here. We've got titanium and glass steel, so you have to build something on those once you have the tech. We also have some other stuff here like emeralds that I am extracting, and that's helping trade, I think giving me some more money. So we'll take a look at a variety of things on the map here first. So one, let's take a look at my armies. So let's switch to my other army here first. Actually, we've done everything with my armies. That's why it's... So we'll start here. So these guys, I'm building up this army. We've got a maximum of 6 units plus my hero. I don't have a lot of cash because I spent a bunch of money buying this hero, and then I'm kind of building up the army. So I have a very large sort of treant with a giant skull on his face sort of thing. We've only built one of these. Mainly my people are archers, so we have a couple different kinds of archers that I have built up. And then I have incorporated a couple different local species into my empire. The first are these Ceratan, which are sort of these weird spider warrior type people. These were in my starting territory. And then I think over here we had orcs, who are like Ernos or something is what they're called. Hernos or something like that. And I have some of them in my other army, which is over here. This is my starting leader, Tlato, over here. So, yes, we've got a couple orcs, and yeah, Hernus, which are unusually archers, so orc archers. They don't have regular fighters. You can play around with that a little bit and change their gear. So I'm sure people watching this, probably people who've played this game before. So we just recently did some quests up here to get these people pacified. So we could expand up to here if we build another trader. We've also done, I think, where was it? We've got one city here that I did. And this was, I was trying to do a quest here. This was actually one of the first territories I went to. and for some reason the quest just wouldn't let me finish it. I was supposed to turn in something here, it just wouldn't let me do it, and then instead we ended up just buying off this one village. So we can't just buy off villages or conquer them, so this might be something we want to come back to, but we'd have to buy off each village individually. We have taken care of the one city here in Etmus. The Sisters of Mercy have been taken care of. And then, of course, we've got our Hernus down here. There's two regions here that have these weird bird people in it, the Nydia. So they're both in Aranak and down here in Laris. Interesting stuff. So there's a lot of cool little races and things that are different. The quests have been fairly standard, though, nothing too complicated. I have some that I can't complete because I just don't have the resources, and I think that's the case up here. They want some special resources I don't have accessible. So I finally noticed after all, I was trying to figure out, like, you only see a flag on a pacified city if you're near it. Otherwise, when you're zoomed out, if it's kind of this darker orange color, you've pacified it. If not, it's sort of this gold color. So that's how we can kind of tell as we're zoomed out on those various different regions. So we can kind of see Etmes is only one. So the advantage of that, if we can pacify them, is that they give you free population as you build up your city. So even though I start a city with only one person in it, because down here there was, I think this is kind of a weirdly shaped area, Laris. There's a village up here and a village down here. Gave me 2 free population in my city. So they're happy with you being there. They're comfortable with you being there. So some of their people go to your city and help you run it. That's just kind of how it goes, which is a nice benefit. This territory, we ended up killing off the one village that was here for a quest for these guys over here. But this territory being full of like ash and burn stuff, I think it was because of the race that was here. Is that the Kazanji? Yeah, Kazanji. I don't know if they had spread, if they would have just destroyed more territory or not. But I don't know if there's like a good way. We have some buildings that can give me some food income. Maybe we can settle here because there are some cool things here. There's some unspoiled ruins. There's an earth tower. There's some Palladian. There's a lot of interesting resources here. It'd be nice to go for, but I don't know if it's really worth it to build a city there. We haven't checked out this area. I'm kind of going back now and going around with my one army that can travel quickly and going around. This army over here with the new guy is very, very slow, because they don't have a lot of upgrades yet. So characters do upgrade and level up. There's a skill tree for that. There's also items in the game. And actually, it reminds me, I wanted to check if I had everybody geared up. So this is kind of the gear screen. So as you level up in tech, you can see we've got tier 3. This is kind of your standard stuff. We've got some special quest items that require special resources, which are here. And then we have some special items, just help for stats and things. So he's got a little hand crossbow and a shield. Very, very cool. And then if we want to look at skill trees, I've got some points and things that are going to help me move faster. And then I think we get more XP. There's more vision. An accessory slot. Got some extra attack. And then over here, extra XP. Yeah. So a lot of stuff. Most of this here is if you want to have somebody as a governor. So there's a lot of things here that can help you with that as well. And that might be something as you progress through the game and just have tons of cash to throw around. Just buy a governor for each region. But you can only have one city in each region. We have built up the capital here quite a bit. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. And just kind of expanding. It does take quite a while to build a settler. But I would like to get like Etmus settled and Graden, so it'd be nice to have a couple here going. But we're just sort of exploring here at the moment. So I've already done all my movement here with my leaders. We're kind of ready to, I think, end the turn at this point. As far as tech goes, there's a massive tech tree, and it's just absolutely bonkers. So things that are green, I think I have. No, blue I have. Green I don't have. And then some of the stuff we're working on, I think, is yellow, or it's in the queue. Mainly just level 1 and 2 stuff. There's also some special quests. We completed all the first level quests, so it was like, what was this one? Build the museum. This one, first to gather 30 units of a luxury resource. And this one, pacifying 8 villages. We've also got this one, so this was building that industry megapole, which is we now have in our capital. This one we're probably not going to get anytime soon. First to defeat at least 3 armies led by a hero. I haven't even seen an army led by a hero yet. And then first to have a city's total income from primary trade routes be at least 20 dust. So basically gold is dust in this, and that's kind of the resources. Let's take a look at our cities, and then we'll just kind of jump in. We're currently researching the ability to pillage, because apparently you have to do that. We also are, I think in the queue is the ability to like have a peace agreement. which is kind of an interesting choice. So here in our main city, we can look at all our different stuff, and kind of like Master of Orion and Master of Orion 2 and stuff, the old ones, you can move your population around. The more people you put into something, the more they produce. So we've got food production, we've got basic production for building stuff, we have science, we've got money, and then this stat, I can't remember what it's called. Influence. So influence we use for special orders and stuff that we can do empire-wide. And then down here we've got our production. So currently we've got a whole bunch of things down here we can build. If they're grayed out, we already have them. We're working on Burrow Streets, which is to expand the empire a little bit, and then Iceworks, which is a special thing we can use so that when the winter comes, which just ended, we actually get some production bonuses based on water tiles, which will help a lot because even these river tiles here all count. So we'll actually have some decent production where normally production and food and gold and everything just tank in winter. We'll at least be able to produce some stuff a little bit better in the winter. That's kind of the goal. All right, this was my second city over here. So currently they are working on the last units I need to finish off my army. We do have militia units defending the armies and different stats for defenses. I haven't had any cities come under attack, so I don't really know how good they are. Currently working on some heavy archers, orcs, and then some labs, which will give me some more research. Over here on the city, we're working on expanding the city and getting more research because we actually have quite a few research tiles in here. And down here, we're just going crazy production. This is going to let me have more militia, and then I've got some extractors for getting some resources inside this region. So that is the plan. We're not working on building anybody yet to expand, but maybe after the iceworks are done, we can start working on getting a couple of the, what are they called, settlers. And we could actually start settling some other territory and getting more cities. I don't know if I'm going too slow or if I should be like rushing city production ASAP. I feel like in most of these kind of games, you really should expand as fast as possible and try to grab as much territory. Knowing somebody's over here does make me want to grab this, so we have them completely cut off from one end of the continent to the other, so they can't expand through. I don't know if they can travel through my territory. Maybe we have a special agreement for that once we're actually have like a non-aggression pact or something. But they might be hostile immediately, which could be a problem because they only have 1.5 army. But anyway, I think at this point we'll go ahead and end the turn. We can take a look. So our special ability as this race is that we can see enemy armies moving around even outside our territory. We don't have to actually have vision on them. Normally you have these spots here with the eyes, you can build watchtowers, so you can kind of get vision in an area. But we have a special ability because of our connection to the earth. We can kind of sense them moving around, and that's what these are. I don't know who they are. I don't know how strong they are. These are guys from this territory, I'm pretty sure. They're sort of like minotaurs, and they've just been wandering around doing stuff, doing their own thing. I've also seen a few over in this area wandering around, but they haven't come near my city, even though my city's very close to the border. I would like to, just for border gore purposes, grab this, but I think cutting off the continent and grabbing Groldam is probably the priority. And even though we already have Etmus, we'd only get one population addition because there's only the one village in this region, whereas here, is this only one as well? No, there's two. So it gives me a little bit more, and it cuts off the city, so the continent. So I think that's the best way to go. Anyway, so being zoomed out like this, we can still see the city a little bit, and we can kind of see our armies a little bit. When we zoom in, we get a bit more detail. But from here, I can actually see stuff moving around, so it's a little bit easier for that purpose. So we're set to go. We end the turn. We just got to fly through turns very, very quickly in this game, I've noticed. Events in production will pop up if we have anything, and that's about it. So we research pillage, working on the diplomatic manse, which lets me do a peace treaty. Finish the infantry cantina, working on spice extractors. Unfortunately, stuff does move around while you're looking at that, which is kind of weird. So we have everything has gone dark. Why has everything gone dark? And there is an army out here. That worries me a little bit because the other empire is in this area. It could just be the locals here wandering around, but it could be these guys also doing something. So I could head over, but I kind of want to check out and see if there's enough things I can do. As far as that goes, we have a whole quest menu for this kind of stuff. So my main quest here is just building up cities. That'll get me some cash. What do we have? Create a new temple worthy of the eyeless ones. Build a city improvement that increases your influence. I'm surprised we haven't gotten that yet. You can make only one thing, kind of highlight it up here, and it'll show you on the map where to go for it. So this, we just need to build something, and then we have to go back and then check with them. Some things trigger automatically, but other times we have to go back and talk to them again. For this one, Ilos ones, this is a pacify quest in Albarin. Buy the affection of the tribe. So we need spices and moonleaf. I think I've got the spices, but I don't have moonleaf or moonleaf production. And then up here, this crazy person wants me to go to war with another empire in a few turns, and they'll give me a bunch of money in response. This person is the devil, I think. So a very odd choice. So that was in Aberan. So that's over here. So we've talked to these guys, so we need the resources to get them on side. Here we're good. So we probably want to just wander over and talk to one of these villages and see what they want us to do to pacify them. It's generally kind of a nice thing. We get some nice bonuses. And if we're wandering around, there's usually stuff we can check out. So let me see if I can find some place. Yes, so here, for example, the ruins, if we haven't checked them out yet, will have this glow on it. And we can usually search the ruins and find something interesting, whether it's a special item or gold. Usually it's just gold. But, you know, it's nice to get some extra free cash. Why not? We did build something. Got more stuff kind of queued up, ready to go, so we're fine on that. Any production or research left over just goes into the next thing, so we can kind of see it's going to be 8 more turns before we can actually try to have a peace agreement with anybody. So I do have quite a bit of movement here at 6. That's actually pretty high. We want to check things out. We just go next to a territory. I don't think I've talked to these guys before. Yeah. So once we're next to it, we can right-click on it and get a menu, or we can kind of see here. Let's just talk to them and see what they want as far as a quest. Free our people. To pacify the Jodas and Vedra, find and destroy the village located in nearby region, holding kidnapped allies. That's kind of what I had to do for the others. Tribe leader wants proof you're a reliable ally. They have brothers imprisoned in a nearby region, but only vague clues on their whereabouts. Find them, free them, and you will cement the tribe's trust. Tribe has informed you their kidnapped brothers are somewhere in a nearby region called Avarilea. Locate the right Guaran village. Has a marker on it and destroy it. That'll give me Moonleaf. That's actually kind of what I need. Avarile. Where is Avarile? That's down over here. Does that... That is included. So this area... Okay, so it could actually be somewhere in here. I've only pacified one of these. So if I want to know for sure which one it is... Okay, it's probably this one with the highlight on it. If I look at the quest, it should give me a little bit more of an indicator, but I'm pretty sure that means that's the one we want to go destroy. Unfortunately, these guys are like big angry Minotaur people. If I can look. There we go, Guaran. Doesn't really tell me anything here. But they're kind of like big Minotaur people. Up here, these guys are Jotus. Closer to animals than civilized, reasoning beings, the villagers of the Jodas reflect the rude and simple lifestyle of their inhabitants. Don't know what they look like, though, which would be kind of nice. Unless they have an army wandering around, I don't really know. This thing here is something that if you just collect these by walking on them, they will help you do tech and stuff for winter effects. So we probably want to go pick that up anyway. Do I have any movement left? No. So yeah, we'll maybe grab that, search this on our way down over there. And we can get these guys pacified. When they're pacified, they don't build armies that wander around and do stuff and cause problems. But I kind of wonder if it's good having them do that for other empires that might be around, because they'd have to fight them. I mean, I can fight them if I want to get XP, but I've been mainly focusing on trying to be nice and doing stuff that way. These guys are just kind of hanging out until we get our production here. We still have 3 turns until we've got the archers here good to go. We need the archers, the orcs done, throw them in, and we'll have these guys ready. But this is still a pretty slow army, so we'll probably keep them in the Empire wandering around in case there's a problem. And this is a much heavier hitting army. The other one is much lighter, much more archer focused, and can do some good damage at range. So I think we're set. Borough Streets, Iceworks. I might want to just go ahead and get a settler. What are my other options at the capital here? So we can put a special defensive tower on the vision sites for the different towers, the spots. I can't make... I do actually have one over here, so I have one built, the Tower of Truth. But then, like here, so these foundations, this is where we can build the towers. So as long as there's some in the region, we can keep doing that. We could just build a regular watchtower on it if we want to. But I think here we just have a husbandry center, so that's some extra food. Food does help your population grow faster. So you can see up here we've got 8 population plus 1 for the locals who are helping. So 8 is mine plus 1. In 3 turns we'll have another one. So that's what this is. That depends on the food production. So that's pretty decent. I think that's fine. We don't need to really ramp up food production, but it does go way down in the winter. So I might want to go ahead and just get a settler ready as well, so that we can actually go for a city. And I think we want to prioritize, like I said, heading up here into Geraldum and getting that settled. So otherwise, we've done a lot of stuff up here in the capital. We have a lot of production, which is why it's going very quickly. This is actually really fast compared to what it was before. All right, our second city over here, we are still working on that. We do have some people spread out. We have okay gold income at the moment. We do have a decent amount of food. A couple turns we'll have some more people. I do kind of want to keep that going. We could pull somebody off food or off gold and put them onto production to get this a little faster. Is that going to speed things up at all? It speeds up things eventually, but still 2 and 6. Just this dropped from 8 to 7, because it does carry over as we go through. We can also buy stuff quickly if we want to. Pretty pricey, though. I think we can reasonably do that, because it's not really making much of a difference for our gold income at the moment, our dust income. So yeah, we'll stick there. I do like having the research. I really could do with more research, honestly. Over here, we're also just kind of mainly trying to produce. We're trying to expand the city and get some research coming in. After that, what do we want to do? Anything in particular? We could set up for a trade route, so that would help because we'd end up trading with everybody. We can go for more food production, and then we have these special items here that increase the research in the city. We do actually have some research that's blue here on the tiles. So we do have research. This wouldn't be too bad. It also lets us see a little bit further in the winter, if we can build that. So it does cost us the special resource that we get from collecting these orbs, which is that first one, the 10. Looks like a pearl. I think right away makes a lot of sense, though. We don't have any really cool resources in this area, I don't think. We have just kind of your standard stuff. I don't think we're actually collecting anything of interest. Is that in this region or the other region? Yeah, that's in this region. I don't think we have the tech to produce that, because if I did, I would have something here for a collector for it. So a lot of these are tied to certain techs to be able to actually start collecting them. I think it's not a terrible idea. Get the right-of-way down here after that. Okay, and then over here we're just trying to build up the city. So we are working on the extractors. This city is really good at production. So we have kind of a base 15 plus 11 for our guys being there. So we're getting the spice extractor, emerald extractors the next turn, mint the turn after that. I think that's all pretty good. We could definitely use with some more food production. We do have some passive food production here. We could go for the husbandry center. It's just a passive plus 5 food per person. I don't think that's 5 food per farmer. I think that's 5 food per person in the city. Other options. We can expand the city. That might not be a bad idea either, because that'll get me some additional resources too. The mint is just going to give me some money. Yeah, we could just do the burrow. If I was going to do that, we can actually look and see what we could get. So apparently so this is shallow enough we can grab that tile. So if we go here, that's 2 food, 1 research, 3 gold. Here, 3 food, 3 research, 3 gold. That makes sense. Also, we kind of want to push towards the special location over here. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll expand the city in that direction. But it won't actually expand until we finish that build, which will be 4 turns or so from now. But that'll help the city grow a little bit. We've got like no food production here, very little food production generally. But we'll just expand out in this general area and maybe kind of a weird sprawling city, but we'll do it. Oh, we've actually got a spot here we could grab something from if we could get an army over here, but that's pretty out of the way. All right, that is it for our cities. So normally I would do this like very quickly. So next turn we are going to have a few things done. So I think we are fine. I've got everything queued up. Let's see if anything crazy happens. Get our stuff going. We've got our next things. Arrival of a dust eclipse. Twilight of shimmering light and sparkling dust. What sorcery causes this summer phenomenon is known only to a few, but none are immune to its mysterious effects. Dust blizzards blow over Auriga, which is the planet we're on. Strange dust activity on temple ruins. Dust confluxes emanate from the land, crafting XP and temporary boost to armies collecting them. So, let's see. So we can move through forests faster, which is nice. And I think if we look now, if we go back down, so yeah, even these places that we've checked before now have stuff. We can get some more gold on them if we want to. And then let's see if there is, we can see we've got the aurora going on up here, which is very cool. And there are dust storms as well. Yeah, so like here, there's a dust storm. Dust blizzard. So if we go in there, we've got some basic stats for if we're fighting in that area. And then I think if we go there, we pick up some resources too, if we just wander into that tile. So while we are here, nourishing conflux, minus upkeep, health regen, so it's kind of a little buff. Sound effect, for whatever reason, this seems to play before I actually get on the tiles of things. So yeah, these are the Guaran guys here, these big, angry Minotaur-looking dudes. There's a whole bunch of these out here. We should probably collect those. How far can we get? Can't get adjacent to this turn, it looks like. Alright, let's just head out so we can go grab these. Next turn, so we can't really do anything there. What is this? Earth Spine. Adventurous folk often scale these columns to gather unusual crystals embedded in the rock. And then out here, I think that's, yeah, wine. I've got some wine in my initial starting city. And I do have a benefit right now. So special resources can give you special benefits. So this is kind of our empire overview. So these points here, the influence, we can use for kind of special bonuses. And right now I've got a bonus on, I think it's production and research, something like that. Over here, we're currently using wine. I'm just freely throwing wine around to anybody who wants it, basically giving that last for 10 turns. It's a nice effect where we get plus 30 approval in all of our cities. So that's why our empire-wide approval is very, very high. Everyone's really happy because we're just handing out free wine to everybody. So we definitely want to get more wine coming in. That seems like a very good benefit. I think we can have multiple active at the same time. I just haven't bothered. And then this is for special strategic resources used for weapons and armor and stuff. Oh, that also was showing there our trade right now. Currently, I'm getting 14 dust and 14 research from trade routes just between those two first initial cities I have. So the more trade routes we have, the more we should get. Okay, so over here, construction is done. That's fine. We still have stuff going, so I'm fine with that. Okay, so we actually leveled up. Let's go ahead and take a look. So I don't have any gear on you. That's something I could look at as well. So we could just buy some kind of gear. I don't really know what I want to give you, honestly. But you've got a skill point. And I think... So you started with extra technology, which is not super useful, because I think we only get this if we're the governor of the region. So we have reduced 10% odds to loot nothing after searching ruins, so generally kind of nice. And this is extra attack. So you have different stuff, it looks like. Or is this the same? That's movement. Yeah, we definitely want more movement. This guy's very, very slow at the moment. So I think we'll head up to get the movement bonus. So we'll take the attack on everybody in the army, and then next time we can grab some extra movement. So we'll do that. do I want to bother? What kind of interesting stuff can I give you? So, show you what it'll cost to do stuff. Most of them just give you interesting skills, which can affect stuff. Unfortunately, it's really hard to know what some of these do. Like camouflage. What exactly is that going to do? So I can click on it and put it on there, and then it'll pop up over here. So if I want to see what camouflage does, we just do that. We look over. Can become invisible on forest tiles if all units of the army have this ability. Well, that's not going to happen. And if nothing actually changes till we hit apply, so we can do that and kind of look at stuff. Provision, sharp senses, glory or death, high ground, improved movement 3. That's quite good. Extra research per people on a city. I don't know if that actually works unless I'm the governor. I don't know if that actually has an effect. Extra fortifications on regional buildings, same thing there. Same thing for the gold. Army boost, army initiative, faster pillaging, minor faction slayer, last resort. Ghost force is interesting. I kind of like the idea of having the improved movement. If we take that, +7 initiative, +3 movement, +1 battle movement. That's pretty darn good. It is going to cost me 131 gold to get that, so that's pretty pricey, but I think that's actually pretty useful. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now we can actually move him around a bit more, and we might want to while we have these effects, because these effects are temporary, so this extra gold and stuff that we can pick up. So we'll get rid of that notice. And we have some individual army units that have gone up in level, which doesn't really do anything. We can't do anything about it. There's nothing special we can give them based on their level. So now I should have quite a bit more movement. So yeah, we can easily get down here. We can check this one out. Might get nothing. We might pick up some extra cash or something. We'll take a look. Search it, and we get 15 palladium. So it's a special resource. Very nice. Don't think there's anything else nearby. Like, this is the next closest one, but because of the terrain here, I have to go all the way around to get there. We could head out this way to check on some stuff. Maybe I will do that. Still kind of slow, so, you know, we'll do what we can. Alright, in the cities, our capital, we've got the ice works, then we've got a settler coming. Let's see, we're very sprawled out. Do I have enough? So, in order to build up my city to a level 2, it says surrounded by 4 level 1 districts. I don't know if that means just 4 inside the city, or there's 4 directly adjacent to this tile. If it's 4 directly adjacent to this tile, I'm kind of screwed, because I put my industrial megapole here, which I shouldn't have, because that limits how many tiles I have left that I could put something. There's also a special resource here, and a special resource here. I do have a district here. I could build a district. I could build the district, or maybe I should be able to build districts here. That would only get me to 3, though. So if it's directly adjacent, I can't really grow my capital that much except for sprawling all over the place. I don't know how many I have total, so I do have it's kind of hard to see them here. That's 1. So I just want to see how many I have in the empire, in this particular city. Some of these have grown, like the city's grown because of the special buildings I've built. So that's 1, that's 2. Three. Okay, so I have to build the 1 more to know for sure, if it's just burrows, just generally. So I might want to do that. If I was going to build a burrow, 4 food, 2 production, 4 gold. 4 and 4, 6, 4 and 4, 6 and 6, 4 and 4, 6 and 6. Like, just to be careful, I might want to put them next to this anyway. Can't go there. So it's already highlighting like where I can go. 7, 6, and 3. I mean, that's pretty good. This isn't bad either. 6, 4, and 4. I think those are probably the best, either here or out here. Food's generally pretty good. So production and gold and research are kind of my main things. A little bit more production here, but it's not really that big a deal. Maybe I'll just do this. Go ahead and plan on putting it there. We'll have some more water tiles, which helps us collect gold, the dust. So we'll do that there. All right. Down here, got archers, orcs, labs, all that good to go. I have the burrow up. Something's creeping around next to us. I do have some militia guys here, but they haven't been around very long, so they're only basic level 1. So I don't know how easy it is to attack a city, but I'd imagine it can't be that easy, I hope. Ideally, I think I'd like to have an army in every territory, but that could be kind of nuts. Maybe one for every 2 would be kind of nice, just to sort of patrol the areas and explore. Especially when events like this pop up and there's all these little places, like we can go back here, we can go back here. So even something in the city, I can't really do anything. I don't have any units here. The militia, I can't pop out to go check that. But yeah, that's going to be it. So we're just going to keep expanding and sprawling all over the place. Nothing else I could really do. Okay, we built a whole bunch of stuff. Did get some archers. Might be able to make some use of them. Looking at stuff moving around. I can see guys creeping around there. Some guys are creeping around there. Don't see anything down here anymore. We just have kind of these Minotaur guys wandering around mostly, I think. Okay. I could also prioritize building up a lot more of these watchtowers, so I can kind of see like this area because I do have the one watchtower. It'd be nice to have watchtowers everywhere, and I think if we end up fighting any other factions, that's going to be pretty important. We want to see where they are and what they're doing, but we do have that nice ability anyway that helps us with that. Let's grab these. Come back down, check out this one. Oh, we got a quest here. Discovered an old text or journal historically interesting. The manuscript tells of Samhain Halgtide, an ancient hero who was famous, or was it notorious, for their ability to regenerate rapidly. Seemingly a skilled fighter as well, the text indicates that this person was buried not far away. Strangely, the tale does not divulge why the hero died or even if they were alive or dead when buried. Regardless, the hero's affinity for dust means that they could perhaps be revived if a sufficient quantity of dust-related luxury resources brought to their resting place. While the location of the grave is protected by dust magic specific to the dark season, it clearly indicated the last few paragraphs are faded and unreadable. All you can see is that they begin with, "By all that is blessed as you love life itself. Do not, in winter, search the indicated temple ruin with 15 dust orchid. If you think it's a good idea, it's probably not a good idea. It may be worth it to use some dust orchid to wake up or resurrect the hero who lays in nearby ruin. According to manuscript, the grave will only be accessible during winter." Okay, interesting. So we get an odd little quest there. Go pick up that. Then, so we want to head down to this one. With the way the tiles are, we just want to head on down, I think. I don't really want a detour to go hit anything. Yeah, it seems like to get around here, we kind of have to go back this way, no matter what, for the height differences that are a little hard to see here. Okay. What do we have here? Population increased. Alright, our other city. Yeah, I think we'll go head out this way and look around. But first, in the city, So we have our archer. Any units you build automatically go into your city defenses first, and then you have to pull them out. So we'll just have you come on out. I could have her operate separately, but instead we're just going to go ahead and throw her into the other army. So now we just need one more. Well, we got that last orc, and we'll be at full strength here. Can't get very far, but we'll head that direction. That's even with the bonus movement we've got from the item I gave him. Pretty slow to move around. Big dust blizzard all through here. It's kind of cool. I do really like the golden tree. I saw this and like, I must build a city on this, and that was the first city that I built. Just very, very cool. Let's go back. I like checking through with my capital first. Settler and Borough Street. And then, yeah, I'm definitely curious when this is done if we can upgrade the city or not, or if it's going to have to be adjacent to the city center itself. So I think we're set there. Here we've got the orcs and the lab. Over here we've got the lab and the right-of-way. Mint, and then expanding the city. After that, there's only 3 turns out. I might want to have something else ready to go. Sewer system makes everybody happy, as you might expect. As long as we're happy, we also get some extra influence here. So that's generally a very nice thing. It does cost me, like all the upgrades in the cities cost upkeep. Some of them do cost quite a bit, so you can kind of see this is 4, but a lot of extra food. That might be worth it here because this city has a hard time getting food. We could also just go for some extra research. We do have a little bit of research already. So it would change this 1 to a 3, this to a 4, this to a 3. So that's pretty nice. We do have extractors here, so trade would also be pretty effective, I think. Because we now have the spice extractor going, and then I think we also have, yeah, way up here, it's in the same region, even though it's kind of weird looking, an emerald extractor. It's a very odd, long, lanky region. And there's adamantium here, but I can't do anything about that yet. We don't have the research yet, most likely, to actually start harvesting that. We go for some research early on, or trying to build up the population. I feel like population is going to be a bit of an issue. How's our gold situation? We're actually losing... This city is losing gold. So that's another thing to look at, too. We haven't even built up much, and we're currently at -8 gold in this particular city. Once we have access to the water, I can get some extra gold from that. We'll have to build something for it. Public libraries just give us straight-up research, period, which is nice. Maybe we'll do the public library next. And we'll just worry about everything else later. I think that'll work for us. Alright. Let's get out of the cities. Once we have that settler, we're going to head up here and look for a decent spot to settle. Oh, we've got something coming in here. No. Got the lab and the mint done. That actually is going to help gold down in Laris, because that produces gold. It's a building for gold production. So this one is the Palladian. So that's what we got just checking out that one tomb or relic or abandoned city or whatever. Okay, my wine booster has ended. Got some extra population. So now, if we wanted to look, now people not so happy, only 48%. So without the free wine, people aren't super stoked on everything, and the cities will be worse. I feel like it's kind of necessary to get that up. That's pretty bad. So yeah, let's go ahead and activate the booster again. So 10 more turns of just handing out free wine. We do have some wine income. I don't know that there's a way that I can see how much, though. Production, I'm getting 2, so 2 a turn from cities. And it cost me 25 to last. So I'm actually losing a little bit. So it cost me 20. So I get 20. I have 20 income, and it cost me 25 across 10 turns. to get that buff going. So we can keep that going for quite a while. And maybe we can get some extra wine just by finding it. And completing quests and stuff, we can also get wine. All right, let's take a look at our armies. Over here, we'll go ahead and start and see what we can find here. Got more Minotaurs. See they're traveling around, checking things out. There's a chance we don't find anything. 150 dust, very nice. These guys are hostile to anybody. I don't know if they'll chase me outside of the region. So even though this territory is pacified and belongs to the Sisters of Mercy, these Minotaur guys from next door are just wandering around all over the place. And I might want to start clearing them out. If I'm near them, we are going to end up having to fight them. I've only got 2 movement left. So I can head out, but then they might both converge on me and try to kill me. And I'm not at full strength, so I'm not super happy about that. I can't just move into the temple ruins. That was me trying to right-click into it. So we can move through it, but we can't stop in that tile. I don't like the fact that there's 5 of them hanging out. They're fairly tough. But I haven't fought them in a while. I'd like to be at full strength before I end up going and fighting them off. So I'm just going to back up here a little bit. This weird little waddle. So this guy isn't part of my species. You can get heroes from any faction if you want to. So there's a whole marketplace where we can buy different stuff, different units, depending on our relationships, I think. And then we've got heroes, so all kinds of different heroes that may or may not be part of your species or a different one. I don't think there's any here that are part of my species. Oh, there's one, actually. That's the same guy I have, I think. Tlato Mosi Pakwa the third? Is mine the second? Mine might be the second. Yeah, mine's the second. So, interesting. Oh, I know why. He died when I had him, and then he came back later, I think. So that's why he's the second. So if we got another one, he'd just be like his son or something. Interesting way that works out. So yeah, we could get some other different people. We could buy some luxuries as well. No, we don't have the tech for it, I guess. So we could just get units and heroes at the moment. Okay. And some of these, like I said, might be very, very good for being governors as opposed to army leaders. Right now, the prices are just crazy for these guys, for me. But we're getting up there. We're getting a lot of cash coming in at the moment. All right, we've got the movement. We probably want to head on down in the general area we want to go. We can go just one step at a time. Fomorians encountered. Strange and stranger. The fortress complex in the open sea must be a work of the ancient occupants of the planet, yet they're no longer present. The fortress is manned by a strange species of creature. Will you talk or attack? The fortress is composed of one citadel surrounded by one of several facilities. Content of the facilities will be revealed depending on the most advanced empire's era. Okay. So that's them out there. I don't even have any ships, so I can't even get out there to go talk to them. What is that? Grass silk. So giant creepy spiders out there somewhere. So yeah, this is the city we want to raise, which is not going to make these guys happy. I'm assuming the other cities here are going to be ticked off. But all of them seem to be like way down over here. So that's where the 2 armies were that we were seeing from here. And there's a big height difference with these cliffs, so they can't just easily come down over here. Just hang out in the woods. I don't know if they can see me in the forests or not. Alright. Capital, we got the settler, and then the borough street. I might want to start getting towers up, at least around my capital. But I think what we're going to do is get a second settler ready to go after the street, the borough's done. Alright, down here we got the orcs and the lab. After that, what do we want? I don't have seed storage here. Okay. It's a bunch of free food production, basically. can expand the city. That might not be a bad idea. Just the more we can expand, the more resources we have coming in. If I was going to expand, 3, 9, 4, 6, and 1. Lots of food there. And there. Kind of like all the production bonuses here. Yeah, let's do that, and we'll get just additional production coming in. Just so we can build stuff a little faster over here. Right away is going to take a little while. Okay, so we built the mint here, and now we are actually positive on gold production. Oh no, this is the wrong city. This is the other city. Never mind. We'll take a look at that in a minute. So here, after the right of way, what do we want? Kind of running out of things I can build. We could go with the lenses for more research, which honestly isn't terrible. 10% more research on the city. It's currently 39, so additional 3 or 3.9, depending on how it's going to round. Yeah, let's do that. Why not? That uses the special resource that's here. And there's a whole special research here for the special altar that I have built in my capital, which affects just kind of winter stuff. So down here, we got... Yeah, so we are actually positive. No, I thought that was a 1. That's a -1. So instead of being like -8, we're now -1 because we built the mint in here. So we're going to work on the borough streets. That might help depending on our income. We've got the library. Other than that, the lab is going to help for extra research. I do have a couple tiles with research. We might have more here. Yeah, there's research there, and there. So I can't remember exactly where I put it. I think, yeah, it's here. So we should have these 3. So that's just a bunch more research. So that would actually help. Sewer system would make everybody happier, for sure. So even though we are handing out wine and stuff here, people are just content. So people would be a lot happier if we get the sewer system. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's do the sewer system first. We have some other bonuses if people are happier from production and things. So happier people give us more research and dust production and production, all that kind of stuff. So we might as well keep that going. All right. Let's get a little further in. It's not showing me anything. Okay. Invalid prerequisite. Something was blocked. We got the borough street. Something. What was I building next? Is it another settler? Maybe I can't build another settler right after. That was in time, wasn't it? What's going on? Borough Street, infinite. What? I don't know what happened. It's taking an infinite number of turns to expand the borough. I don't know what is going on with that. That's pretty unusual. So, how about we do that? I think I'm just going to pull it off. I don't know what was going on there. I don't remember where I was building it. Didn't I build it? Yeah, it's not even eligible to pick now. I don't remember where exactly I was going to put it. That's weird. I don't know why. It would have been eligible before and then just decided it wasn't. Is it because I'm building a settler? I don't know. Yeah, I've got the 2 settlers fine. I don't know what the problem is. Okay, anyway. Let's grab our settler. And we want to head up here to colonize up in this region. We can check this out. We can check this out on the way, I think. 150 dust, very nice. Okay. Can't look yet, because we're not in the region. Now we're in the region, I can look around. I could run out here and try to grab this first. So what do we have in the area? Geysers. Moonleaf. So if I was to build a city, I like kind of the idea of a coastal city, but I'm not sure I'm sold on it. That's pretty good. What do we really want? What's a priority? There's a lot of good production up here. I kind of like that. A lot of research over here, but no food. This is pretty recent, good as well. There's a lot of approval here. Not a lot of food, but we could expand out towards food. 13 production. 14 production. What's the... Not sure what's giving the approval bonus. I don't see the approval. I think doing one of these two. Let's go there. I think that's going to be the plan. We'll set up our next city there. Okay, Laris population is up. Archers going up in level. While we're in the area, check this out. Now, maybe they can come down over here. We might end up having some fights. Please come back when you finish this quest condition. Now, I wonder if this is maybe the tomb or something. It does have kind of a weird thing on it. So this might be the tomb. So I could go ahead and attack the city. Let's do it. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Roaming army reinforcements. There's 3 of them out there. I don't know if they can actually get here, though. Like, it's showing that I've got, by far, the most force in the area. Yeah, let's give it a shot here and see. They might be too far away to matter. So we have deployment first. So these guys, we really don't want to be fighting them up close. We want to keep them far away from us, but we also want to shoot them. We also do more damage with these guys if we attack from wooded tiles. And they've got a 4 range. So from here, yeah, we can hit from there. So let's bring you up. Everybody else is kind of closer range. You're sort of our frontline tank, although you're not very good at it. I'll have my leader out. We can take some shots. Archers, these guys, the orcs have a shorter range than these guys. These guys can shoot out to 4, these guys can shoot out to 3. And these guys are more support. They can attack and stop somebody from moving, but they can also give some defensive buffs, which is generally nice. Range is 3, so we could maybe try to stop them from moving. This is just deployment. So we'll call that good for deployment. So we can kind of see the order we're going to go in. We're going to do all their stuff before they're going to do anything. So, it already has some things decided. I am not going to agree with anything it ever says. It's usually a bad idea. I want you to just stay put and shoot the nearest enemy. I want you to stay put and also shoot them. That'll stop them from moving or reduce their movement. I want you to just stay where you are and don't do anything. You guys, I want you to stay put. I can't target anybody because they're too far away, but if they move forward, we will get shots off on them. But I'm going to go first in the turn order, so not going to work out quite as great. But here, we can actually do a lot of damage. So we're just going to stay put, which is this order, and shoot them. So we'll do a little bit of damage here. These guys, I'm not sure how much damage I'm going to do. So that's kind of how we just set up our orders, and then we tell it to carry out. Good amount of damage there. Archers firing in. 53 is not fantastic, especially because we're on wooded tile. We're getting a damage bonus. Okay, that was a lot better. Killed that guy. Is he gonna make it? He is gonna make it. Okay, killed him off. Hoping the others can't reach us, but if they move up a little bit, that'd be nice. We can actually shoot them. Ow. We are faster, so maybe we can kill his guys before he does much damage to us. We could also get a buff on him, so these guys here can put a buff. More just appeared in the back. I don't like that very much. Okay, you. Buff my front line guys. You stay put. Yeah, shoot him. You guys stay put. Shoot him. You guys stay put. Shoot him. Stay put. Shoot him. Stay put. Do I want to add... Like, I do more damage with him. These two might be able to kill somebody because it did last turn. These two might be able to kill him. Let's throw shots further back, just in case. Give that a try. Big hit. Give me some good damage here. Didn't finish him off. Gave him a defensive buff. Should have had them shoot there as well. To take him out. Yeah, my spiders are getting trashed. They might die. Okay, they're probably gonna die. Made it all the way up there. Okay, the spider's probably dead. Oh well. They're not great tankers. Oh, you're making it all the way through. That's really not good for us. Okay. So many of them. Shoot them. You... Shoot them. And shoot them. They should have that one covered. Go for that guy. Go for that guy. Go for him. To be tanking with my leader here probably is what I should be doing now. Not as much damage as I was hoping out of my orcs. Okay, no damage there. Nice. Ow. Yeah, really heavily going after my archers, and I really can't afford to lose them. Okay. You're going to target them. That should be an easy kill. You target him. You target him. You target him. That should get a kill there. Okay, you can probably finish them off. Then I want you to move down here to maybe draw attention. Because he can take some hits and be okay, I think. Yeah, so I think he'll just move there and stay put once he's in position. Just attack whoever. Decided on that one, alright. Big hit there. Okay. Hopefully they'll focus on my leader now instead of running by us. I don't know if they have the option of just running by or if they are stuck because I'm there. Nope, they can move on through. Okay, that's unfortunate. Oh, that sucks. Lose all my cool archers here. Okay, definitely not great. Shoot them, that's probably enough to kill them. Let's shoot them. Let's continue buffing my leader. Then I'm going to have you just shoot him, so we should finish off those two on the back. $114 damage. Like, kicked him in the face and then shot his corpse. After my orcs. Wow, big hit on my orcs. Everybody kill these guys. And I will... We're going to take all our actions first. I think that's fine. I'm going to buff them. Just in case they move by and try to go after the weakened squad. Okay, just beating on my leader a little bit. Pretty rough. A lot of XP for everyone who survived. But we definitely got trashed. But yeah, I think we'll have to wait until next turn and try to get that quest done. Since that was kind of the end of the attack. And if there's still some people around, we'll have to fight them, but I think we can take it. But we'll rebuild this army better. We might want to look at getting some units coming. Okay, we leveled up. What do we have for skill points? Well, extra damage, I think, is quite good. +1 range in battle on ranged units. That's pretty good. Let's take that. That gives me 5 range with my regular archers and 4 with the orcs. That's pretty cool. Oh, no, I didn't apply. Equipment. Yeah, I think we're all set. We've got all our good stuff on. Why can I not apply that? There we go. So next turn we'll finish that off. I think that's probably, we'll just do that and then we'll finish up. So now it's pretty safe to come through here. There is another army around, but if we can draw them away, that's totally fine as well. I can't get close enough to actually end up drawing them into a fight here. I don't think they're going to recover all their guys. I really hope that they don't recover all their guys back the next turn. That would actually really suck. Okay, so up here in the capital, let's take a look. Yeah, I still can't build a borough street, which has me wondering what's going on. I'll have our other settler here in a bit. Is there anything I can do? We could work on towers, husbandry. Maybe I don't have the population for the borough street? I don't know, it's weird. Let's go with the husbandry center. That's going to massively increase my food production up here. Maybe that'll help us grow to where we need to be. We're all set here. The right away and the lenses. And we're all set here as well. Is it the same turn that I moved you guys up here? I guess it was. It feels like this turn's been a while, but because of the fighting. But we'll have the continent cut in half here once we get a city settled up there. Okay. Quest failed. Yeah, this was the one, go to war with another empire. We weren't going to get that one anyway. That's fine, whatever. Extra militia going up in level. Alright, we'll have our other orc here done soon. Probably my capital will turn into just unit production here in a bit. So I think it was there. We'll get that city done. Alright. Another city starting to build. So because we have the locals, because there's a couple extra populations, we've got 3 to play with to start with, which is nice. Food is a little bit low to start with. Everything else is actually pretty good. The mill helps me produce stuff. How long is it going to take? 4 turns. Yeah, let's go production first, then we can start building stuff for food. So we'll go the mill foundry first. Then I'll probably do seed storage after. And I think what we're going to do is just everybody should be producing. I don't really care if we're running a deficit. Actually, we're not even running a deficit, which is pretty cool. So yeah, 2 and 4 then. Very nice. What's this? Haunts are ready to be assimilated into my empire. Unfortunately, I only have 2 slots here to assimilate. So that is the species that's up here, I believe. That we pacified. There's one of their villages. Looking for a village. There. Okay. Right there, right in front of me. Yeah, haunts. So we don't have the spots. So that's something I did actually get a research earlier that let me get to 2. When they're incorporated in your empire, you can just freely recruit them. And that's why we can get these orc models and the spider people into our armies. That's really the only real benefit. We do get some other little things. We get some extra defense for these guys, and we get some extra attack for these guys. It'd be nice if I can get some more spots. I haven't seen that pop up in research. Should probably check my research here. But there's nothing I can do about this at the moment because there's no spots for it. It's odd that it's actually staying there as an alert and I can't get rid of it. Okay. They wandered over that way. They can probably get in on the fight. Let's just wander around and check on stuff. 15 Titan Bones. Did I finish? Okay, 1 turn for the orc there. I might as well start heading back. So charge through the dust blizzard there. And here we have to attack again, which means this guy's going to get called in to defend, I'm sure. Yeah, just the 1 roaming army. I don't even see where he's at. I'm assuming he's going to appear in one of those flags. So I'm just going to throw you out front. And yeah, I don't mind keeping you all the way in the back because you're hurt. That's fine. I do have... So my range is 3. But I got that skill, so is it 4 now? So if I chose that, that's 5 away. I'm curious where I'm going to go. Don't I have... I don't see anything here for what we chose. It might only be my other units. It might not be me that's affected. So at this point, I should move up and shoot if I just do this and select, which is fine. You guys, I want you to basically stay where you're at and just put a defensive buff on him. Yeah, it still says range 3 here. But we took that skill point. It didn't give me a skill, I don't think, here. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I don't know, whatever. Seems like we still have a range of 3. The hurt squad, I want you to stay put. You guys... We can move up, I guess. Let's move up to there. We'll shoot if somebody is in range. Well, we're going to go first, though, which is kind of sucky. You know what? Let's not. Just hold your ground. Just have my leader move out. Okay, he's dead. So much for that. Alright, so we have that done. Return to the tribe's village and restore their trust. We'll get some titanium and pacification. Very nice, so we killed off that village. I want to look. That skill that I just took. The hero can teach the range units of his or her army to fire their weapons with unerring accuracy, improving their range. +1 range in battle on ranged unit. Is that an ability I have to use? It's perfectly balanced. I don't see it over here. Yeah, that's weird. Because I didn't get a bonus to my range that I could notice in that combat. So that's odd. Definitely odd. Alright. So that's done. So we need to go back to these guys over here. Yeah, the Jodas over there. I'm just going to prioritize doing that as fast as possible. That'll get them pacified and happy. So that's it for the armies. So we're fine here. Still don't have the burrow streets. Got the orcs coming. Right away in a turn. Public library in a turn down here, so we expand it out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my main city. Being weird about the burrow streets. Just want to check. I didn't actually build another district. We'll upgrade level 2, and we have 4 level 1 districts. So there's one district. 2 districts. Three districts. Yeah, so we were going to build the 4th. I think it was out here, wasn't it? And then, yeah, now it's just not working. I don't know if it's a population issue, because you stop building up population when you're producing a settler. So maybe that threw it off. Like, I was going to go up to what I needed population-wise, but then it was stopped because of the settler. Like, that could be what happened. That's the only thing I can think of for why that would have happened. Anyway. If we can... Oh, I've got people hanging out next to my city over here. Yeah, these guys wander through occasionally. I don't know why. They think they're from this territory, but they occasionally cut through my territory just wandering around, but they've never come after the city or anything. We do only have 3 militia here, but I don't really know how fighting a built-up city works. So I'm assuming it's not as easy as it might seem. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. We have expanded the empire. We are now all the way from one side of the continent to the other, cutting it in half. These guys haven't made a move or taken anything else that I know of. We are about to get another faction to be pacified, which gives us more territory we can expand into. And actually, so that was where the haunts are. The Jodas. No, Jodas. So this territory, it's 2. And an unspoiled ruin out there. So this would give me 2 population if we wanted to settle in Vedra. Etmus down here that I also pacified is only 1. So maybe we just settle Vedra next. So we'll have them pacified. So my next settler, maybe we send them to Vedra and get that settled. Because that looks like that's probably coast as well. So we should be fine. And not having any threats coming from that direction. But now that I have multiple coast locations, I might need to start building up a navy too, which might be something to worry about. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for today. We'll probably check in on the campaign at some point down the road. I feel like the turns go by really quick when you kind of know what's going on, but not a lot happens. It does seem like this game is very, very slow. Just kind of the way it goes and progresses. But anyway, this has been Endless Legend. I have been Disturbing Puppet. This has been the campaign playing as the Windwalkers are weird elfy bunny people. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.